Hey guys, so we're going to do a reading tonight. I'm excited. Check the community tab and stuff. Not trying to boast, not trying to brag, just trying to show you that if you come to this channel, if you subscribe, if you check me out and everything, I'm a very old school tarot reader, and I'm going to get you some good, accurate readings. Let's talk about it now. But just one of the things, yeah, definitely subscribe. Now, I don't claim I can't be right all the time. Now, of course I can. It's just not possible and stuff. I really, as far as psychics being right all the time, it's a real hard thing to do. I'm sure there's some out there though that are real good. They're training for the government remote viewing or something. There's people out there that are very impeccable. Okay, and stuff. There's some real good ones and stuff. But definitely, and I'm learning along the way. I just so you know, even though I've been doing it for a long time, a couple decades now, I'm learning along the way. As I do things, that I take on certain challenges. So I enjoy it, because you should never stop learning on this path, especially if you're going to be a reader, and yes, there are certain reads that will come very easy and things like that. And then, though, well, I hate to say that. I don't want to say, I feel his hair is bothering me. Okay, there it goes. No read is ever necessarily easy per se, but yes, there are certain things that can flow and come through, and then there are some you got to kind of fight for information. It does happen, but I love taking on current events, those kind of challenges to really get there, get to the truth, and when I'm determined and stuff in spirit, and especially if I feel spirit really wants to get those messages out, and everything. Absolutely, I want to do that. But yes, some exciting news. I didn't even know about it until just now. Now, I didn't even know about it until just a little bit ago. I was just kind of bouncing around on YouTube. I was off TV for a little while. First I was at the boyfriend's, kind of hanging out, and hanging out with his new kitty. I was enjoying myself. Came home, just kind of chill, just kind of looking at some TikToks, playing around. And then I finally put on YouTube, and I was, sometimes I like to fall asleep listening to stuff. I may put on some kind of, meditation sounds and things. But, I may flip through a few things. And then I saw it. And I'm like, okay, let me double fact check this before I get up and go make a video. Okay? And stuff. Because sometimes I'll see something, like, for instance, Amber Heard's been kicked out of Aquaman. That kind of thing. And I'll be like, let me fact check this. I'm not... but when I saw this one, I went, wait a minute, this may be accurate, and the news is, and I verified that Kate Moss is going to testify Wednesday, and you heard it here, I told you would. Okay, now see, this is why I get excited. It's not necessarily just I'm right. It's not that, because if certain things I'm picking up on are right here and right there, and certain things I'm feeling, okay, then that could get me to the ultimate that I was feeling that Johnny can win this. Okay, that there's some good things, which I obviously I told you guys, right, wrong, and different, no matter what, he gains his reputation. The whole trial, no matter, and he's no dummy. He's no dummy. I feel, even, with this being televised in America, okay, which really he's from, and everybody knows him, no matter who he is, that, getting on TV and in America and having a good team that can really get through, because she's a sticky web. She's a spider. Okay, she spins those webs. It gets real sticky, and people can get trapped in them and stuff. But she's starting to trap herself in them. Okay, she's starting to trap herself. Now, I don't know if you check my community sometimes. Once in a while, I'll flip over there. I try to put, I don't always use it, but I did put a little thing about the bruise kit slip. Okay, the bruise kit slip was pretty juicy, because I was like, bruise kit, and see, this is what, those TikTok girls, okay, I'm telling you, they're sharp. The little TikTok girls, don't underestimate them. They don't miss a beat. They can, I mean, just like, how they caught the makeup, hey, that makeup wasn't out. How did they know that? How do they get it? I mean, they will fact check everything, so they're super and stuff. And then, of course, that all came out. Hey, this makeup she claimed to have used wasn't even on the market yet. I mean, it's just crazy. But the bruise kit slip, I have a snip of the video. Go to community. And a couple girls kind of talk about it and stuff. But that, I watched that. I'm like, maybe it, cover bruises, or was it a slip? It really looks like a slip, guys. That what she was calling a bruise kit. And I think there is, I did see a makeup artist. I talk about, like, those who do theatrical makeup and things like that. Talk about maybe they have kind of a little kit for making kind of wounds and bruises. like a bruise kit, okay, and stuff that could, that could be a term, because that's a funny thing to call it, right? Okay, why not just call it your makeup kit? My concealer, my makeup. It's kind of weird, but it's not even just that. Say she did call it a bruise kit. Why go like this? My bruise kit, not a bruise kit. I called it my bruise kit. She shook it quick, and then she was like, "Oh shit, what do I do?" I dropped the ball. Let me pick it up and turn it into something else. Oh my God, I'm sounding like Russell Brand. I'm going crazy here. Excuse me. But no, pay attention. Focus on that and stuff. Just kind of watch that and stuff. You know what? Let me go get it on my phone. Hold on. I'm going to show you. If you haven't seen it, I'm just going to hold it up. I wish I could one of these days, I've got a really good computer, but I don't know how to do things to put it up there. I'm gonna learn how to do that, or I'm gonna get an editor or something, one day when I get famous. Hold on a second. Okay, so this will have to be good enough. Okay, but no, seriously, watch this. Okay, you should be able to see it when I put it up, but really, I want you to focus. This is what readers do. This is where my Scorpio rising activates. Okay, if anybody is wondering, okay, I am Capricorn, but I'm Scorp rising. I'm Mars Scorp. I'm Neptune Scorp. It's all hanging in there in my chart. Okay, I probe. That's what it's called. Okay, so hold on. Let me go to. It's right there, and I want you to really listen, watch, learn. Okay, and let me know in the comments what you think about this. Okay. Man, I'm jazzed. I'm jazzed about Kate Moss. So we're going to read it. We'll get to it. I'll try not to talk 50 minutes. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Let me see. I got to turn up the volume for this. Hold on. I think the volume's down. Okay. Let me get it. Come on. Get past the ads. Okay. Hopefully it's loud enough for you guys.
For the entire relationship with Johnny Depp. She's an actor. Do you honestly think she would have left her apartment ever without makeup?
I'm getting so sick of you.
Amber Heard made a mistake in court the other day and ended up exposing herself. The actress is in the middle of a defamation trial against her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, who she claims abused her all throughout their marriage. She never left the house without makeup because of this. She was also afraid that the paparazzi would spread photos of her bruises and crucify her husband.
I'm typically photographed in LA when I leave the house, paparazzi type of photograph. So I always, I'm somewhat aware of that anyway. And no woman wants to walk around with a bruise on her face.
All of her claims were believable until the makeup brand itself, which she claimed to have used, exposed her lies. Milani Cosmetics proved that the product Amber mentioned wasn't released until 2017, years after the alleged domestic abuse. This was revealed on none other than TikTok, and everyone went hysterical after watching that viral video. But Amber didn't give up and continued her narrative. She brought the product in court and showed us all the steps on how to cover up bruises. Frankly, it did not seem right. Amber started by explaining that she would put on makeup every morning as part of her routine. She was so used to being beaten up and having bruises that she apparently had a routine to conceal it.
Anyway, so I put on both of those. I put on concealer, and I do that before I leave my bathroom in the morning.
According to her, she would ice it up and put a bunch of different creams. Then she describes to us her procedure in covering up her bruises.
You obviously put foundation first, concealer, and then on top of that, I use a bruise kit. Not a bruise kit, it's a theater makeup kit, a color correction kit, but I called it my bruise kit.
Amber gave a detailed explanation of how color correcting products work and even brought the product she used as evidence.
Okay, let me just stop it right there.
To counteract whatever color you're working with.
Let's see what she said.
So first,
why does she do that? Bruise kit, not a bruise kit, a theatrical makeup kit. Yeah. Okay, and really, now, let me tell you something about now theater makeup. I could see maybe maybe cover bruises, sure, but also if anybody knows about theater makeup stuff, it's very heavy. It's very heavy stuff. And so, like, for instance, going on in front of a camera, like, for instance, I clearly don't wear theater makeup. But if I put on theater makeup, it would look, I would probably look like a normal person. But obviously, if somebody wears just regular basic makeup, and stuff. So I could see maybe having theater makeup. But why did she call it a bruise kit? That's something weird. It's theatrical makeup, which really you kind of need really some kind of theatrical makeup, maybe, to make bruises, good bruises. Let's put it that way. Any kind of cuts, making, you need that good stuff. Okay, so bruise kit, not a bruise kit, theatrical makeup kit. I called it my bruise kit. What a funny thing to do. Why did not a bruise kit? Whoa. Okay, so this is what I hope to God the jury understands what she did. Okay, because I know she always twists it. She twists it. For example, he can't look at me. She twists it to always go in her favor. She does her damnedest, and will she get away with it? Right? That's what we're looking at, because she's. I will give her credit. She's a master at twisting it like that. Okay, she is a master at doing. When you have been manipulating for so long, okay, with people and so forth, when you've been doing this and spinning webs, okay, when you're a spider, you're used to flipping it. But there was a slip. That was a definite slip. Okay, whoop, bruise kit. Not a bruise kit, a theatrical hit. I called it my bruise kit. What? It was real quick, real fast. It was like I'm catching myself. I said the wrong thing. Let me catch it. Let me fix it real quick. Okay, that is so damn obvious what she did. It's up. It was like ping pong. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys that if you have not seen that. I know some of you have. I know a lot of you are watching it, but if you have not, that is something to pay attention to. Right there, I could just hang the whole case alone on that I know she's a liar. Okay, that I know she's a liar, but there's a lot more too. Okay, but no, this is something she definitely called her bruise kit. Now, there was something interesting. I don't know if it's correlated. Okay? But I just happened to be watching on Netflix the story of Marilyn Monroe. Okay, now remember, I wonder if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube for you guys, because I would love to show this to you and so forth, and just see if you see what I see, and I could be reading into something, completely wrong. It could be just my imagination, but let me see if I can possibly find it. Just something I saw in the Marilyn Monroe movie. I don't know if they have it on YouTube, but maybe they do. Marilyn Monroe leaving the courthouse on the day of her divorce. I don't know if they have.
Showing results for Marilyn Monroe leaving the courthouse on the day of her divorce.
God, Okay, yeah, I found something. Okay, there's somebody. Oh, Marilyn Monroe was so awesome. What a lady. She just had been through so much. Okay, so let me see if this show. Just see if you see what I see. Okay, just.
Hey everybody, this is Dean Barker. I'm the Gold.
Hopefully this is. I'm gonna kind of skip to a little bit. Now just kind of observe. Okay, so this is gonna be photos. Notice how she wears all black. Marilyn Monroe. This is the day she announced her divorce from Joe DiMaggio. See kind of the images. I'm trying to get it so you can see it. She wears all black. She definitely had kind of a sad look to her. She actually didn't have a whole lot of makeup on that day. Marilyn Monroe was, she still looked beautiful always. But just kind of look at her. Sad, paparazzi all over. All black. Right? See this? Just paparazzi surrounding, questioning her, wearing all black, sad face. Being surrounded. So you kind of look at that. Okay, so sit back. Now just Okay, bear with me a little bit. I wish I had. I think there is a film of it. I wish I could find it. Hold on. No, that's so sad. Okay, hold on. Maybe this is the. Okay, here we go. Here's a little bit. Try to get her there. Okay, so see how she's got the paparazzi. She's surrounded. She's wearing all black that day. Very sad face. Very sad face.
All I can say as her attorney is that this is what we would say with the conflict of careers. And as regrettable as it may be,
This was a big thing. This was a big thing.
it will have to be.
Okay, so it's just something I observed. It's something I observed. I just happened to be watching this movie. Okay, now remember I know some people have kind of Snoped it. It's on Snopes. If she's using sometimes lines from movies or certain things like that. Okay, if she's kind of thrown those into her testimony, if she kind of falls into actor roles, plays out certain little scenes. Okay, now let me see if I can find it. Amber Heard leaving the courthouse the day she filed the no contact order. I think that's it.
Showing results for Amber Heard leaving the courthouse the day she...
Here's a mom hack that is completely
Now just bear with me.
changed my life, and
See if you see what I see. I could be completely imagining. It could be coincidental.
Hey, Amber. Amber, did
All
Johnny
black.
give you that bruise on your face?
Right
Did Johnny
way up.
beat you up?
Not cold neck like
Did
Marilyn,
Johnny
but
brutalize you? Amber?
sad face, all worn
Are you
out.
okay, Amber? You look upset.
People protecting her.
Get her through.
Amber, how you feeling?
Amber, are you going to go to the doctor? Are you okay? Are you going to go to the hospital, Amber?
Excuse me. Hey. Are you worried that Johnny might do that again?
Amber, what do you have to say to Johnny? Are you getting support from...
Is there a connection? Is there a connection here? It's very interesting looking when I was watching Marilyn Monroe, in that movie, when I saw that scene, this flashed in my mind. And I wondered, is this why she's wearing all black? Is she trying to do it like Marilyn Monroe on her divorce day? So forth. And apparently, now Marilyn Monroe, apparently there was alleged, there was some, abuse. Joe DiMaggio, he apparently get jealous. There was actually, apparently she did say that happened. I don't think she ever pressed charges or anything. She never did this. Okay, Marilyn Monroe was a class act, but apparently they had some things like that there were times he got jealous, stuff like that. But isn't that interesting? Just something about it. Except now, I'm I'm gonna humor myself. What is the date that Marilyn Monroe divorced Joe DiMaggio? I'm just curious. I'm trying to find. Oh, okay, so that was in October. It was in October month. I was just curious if it happened to be, if any time. Yeah, well, actually, no, the actual divorce, that was the TRO day. What month did Amber Heard and Johnny Depp get divorced? So when did that actually happen? I'm just curious. Yeah, so we know May, we know she filed for divorce, and then we know on the 27th, she got the no contact order. Check my community. Okay, that was interesting. But when did they actually get the actual divorce? I'm trying to find. Let me just find this. I just want to humor myself. What is the date the divorce was finalized with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? I can't find it. Oh, man. Maybe if you guys know, I was just curious if it happened to land in October. I just see something real weird with that, guys. I pay attention to certain synchronicities and so forth. It's hard to ignore. Now, that may be just a little crazy. Okay, in January. It was in January of 2017. Okay, interesting. Okay, so, I am babbling a little bit. I don't want to talk too much, guys. But do you see what I see, or am I losing my mind? Was Amber Heard trying to be like Marilyn Monroe? When she walked out and divorced Joe DiMaggio wearing the all black, having the sad face, because Marilyn Monroe carried a sad face. And there probably was a little acting with Marilyn Monroe. She always had to be on. You know what I mean? Knowing Marilyn Monroe, when cameras were on, she always had to be on. That was just her. That was her. But I'm sure she was sad. I'm sure, I'm not saying she wasn't sad, but she always kind of had to be on. She always had to be in acting mode. That was something very unique about her. That was just part of the way she was and so forth. And she was Gemini. She was Gemini like Johnny Depp, which is kind of interesting and so forth. But definitely, and I always thought that was that very fitting with Norma Jean and Marilyn Monroe, the two personalities and so forth. That she very distinct personalities that she had and so forth. I've always said Geminis, they do have another personality. That's just the way they are, and stuff, very distinct and stuff. And Johnny Depp clearly, I feel he does as well. So very, very interesting stuff. But I just wanted to show you guys that. I just wanted to show you guys that because I was watching that and something drew me in and stuff that it's like, it was definitely a show. Okay. And she wanted the paparazzi there. She knows they talked about it in court already. TMZ, all that stuff. That was all planned. And she tries to deny, oh no, I didn't plan it. Yes, you did. You wanted all that attention. Okay. There's a whole, and if you watch that one TikTok I did, there's a 9-minute TikTok where a young lady breaks everything down really well. There was some blackmail. She wanted a lot. Okay. She got, oh, I didn't want the money. Before that, it was like, give me this or else. Okay. She wanted 3 penthouses. She wanted millions. She wanted all kinds of stuff. Okay. She wasn't going to get that. And everything. Johnny was not going to be bullied. He was not going to be blackmailed. He ended up, he definitely paid the price for it. But he wasn't going to be bullied and blackmailed by her. He just wasn't going to do it. It was just like, no, you're not, after you put me on through all that, we're not doing that and everything, but I don't even think he understood the extent of what was coming. That's one thing. He's not a psychic. He didn't necessarily have a crystal ball. But I don't think he understood the extent of what was coming. I don't think he really thought that she would betray him. Just my own tuning into his spirit. I feel like he didn't think she would go so far as to betray him that hard. I feel this really stunned him. Okay. And just kind of my feel, but he's all the wiser now, and he was ready for it, and he's definitely. I feel also one of the things, even though he lost to the UK, his lawyers, and all that could be real prepared for what's coming. Certain stories they knew she was going to add in new stuff, all kinds of drama. They knew what to expect of her character and everything. So it's a little different. He's more prepared. He knew what was going to come. He knows the way she is, and his lawyers were very prepped. Camille is real on with that. She takes no prisoners on that. Real quick today, though, and then we're going to get to Kate Moss. But if you watch it today, that was a circus. And so, that one guy, now the one lady that, when the lawyer, whoever, the one with the brown hair and the tan, she looks like she's been in the tanning booth too much. That was kind of a little bit boring, but going through, but it was a very interesting thing. This is what came to mind, and you obviously clearly. Okay, Amber Heard claims it was never about the money. It was never about the money, but yet she's suing him for $100 million. Okay, $100 million. Okay. And it's like she doubled what he's suing her for, which his is very reasonable. That's about the cost of a couple movies, maybe 2.5 movies for him and stuff. He's been paid that much. She's had 2 million at the most and stuff. And she goes, let's just sue him for $100 million and stuff. See, and it's not about the money, right? It's not about the money. More horse shit and stuff. Of course, there are certain things for money. Now, I do believe she loved him and all that stuff. But it was more of a kind of a weird obsession kind of thing. Personally, there's a lot of a heavy codependency and obsession and control and this and that. She didn't want to lose the life, the lifestyle, all this that. But yeah, no, of course she wants some money. And if she could become famous by stepping on him, to get there and put him down, she'll do it. She doesn't care who she walks over. Let me shift. We're about to read, okay? Like I said, I didn't want to talk too much, but there was a lot. And I had to show you that. I had to show you that because there was something. It's like it's like something told me to watch the Marilyn Monroe movie. I'm telling you. And just as I was watching, just the way Marilyn Monroe, she's kind of coming out there. She's coming, and now she didn't sit there and stand in front of a microphone talk. She'd have a big old thing. But she still had all black on, totally intentional, like it's a death, it's drama and stuff. But there, it felt a little Marilyn Monroe and stuff. When I saw Marilyn Monroe, I kind of, something went like this, okay? That there, she was trying to do a little bit of that. I just let me know if you see it and stuff. I could be just seeing things, but it just feels so serendipitous. Okay, when I watch it. Okay, so we want to look. How is this going to go? Let's get to it, guys. I know I talk a lot, but I like to prep you. And I definitely want to show you the bruise kit thing. I got to show you that. If you have not seen that, I want to make sure that you saw that scene. That was very, very critical, okay? Because right there, that just says it all. And I just hope the jury is not idiotic to think that she really called it a bruise kit to cover bruises. Okay, especially when she's trying to catch herself, like she's saying something wrong and, and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to do baby thought this time. Spirit was calling me to baby thought, not big thought. We're going to get the old school one, the real old school one. And so Kate Moss, how is this going to go? Is this going to make a shift? But yeah, that clown circus, that guy, the guy with the gray hair, I was going to say, he kind of reminds me of Doc from Back to the Future. Now, I know we all love Doc Back to the Future. He's a very lovable guy. Don't get me wrong. But say if Doc from Back to the Future was dark, that's him. And he was doing real weird things with his mouth that were freaking me out. And that man is not professional whatsoever. Okay? And how they bring him in to be... when he's never even seen Johnny Depp, and he could supposedly diagnose him, and he's throwing around these stupid terms, thinking he could fool anybody that he has any knowledge. Oh my God, what did he get his degree from? Okay, I mean, you know it can't be a real degree. And so this is not a professional. This is a con man, and he was so gross. But no, think of it. Doc from Back to the Future, but say he was dark. Okay, say Doc, the mad scientist, right? Well, he's the mad psychiatrist, psychologist, or whatever he supposedly says he is, some kind of mad doctor. And he was absolutely gross. But I'm glad they put him up there just to show what low lives surround this woman. Okay, let's focus. That's okay. Show this clown show. Okay, because he's had some good witnesses. And a real classy lady is going to show up Wednesday. I knew it was going to happen. I just knew it in my bones. I knew a woman was going to come that was significant. Check. I time-stamped it. It was one of the two Amber Heard videos. Okay. And then the Kate Moss slip. And then she's a Capricorn. Oh, interesting tidbit as I shuffle. Okay, his what is it, Victoria? I'm blanking on her last name. The mother of his children is a Capricorn. Okay, so I kind of found it interesting that Kate Moss and her are both Capricorn, and they were pretty serious, relationships. Though Kate Moss was a more of a short-term relationship, but it was still pretty serious. Winona Ryder was a Scorpio. I found that very interesting. Except that fits very well with the eyes. Scorpio eyes are very distinctive. Now, Ellen Barkin, her testimony, oh, Jesus. And that seems more, I know she gave negative testimony, but notice it doesn't look like she said he hit her. He threw a bottle near her, and apparently he would get jealous. Well, he was 33, and who knows, maybe he could get jealous sometimes, but it looks like she couldn't say he hit her, okay? But she kind of seems like, because he left her, and maybe she wasn't happy about it. Okay, almost there, guys. Oh, she's looking rough. She's looking like she's been smoking too much or hitting the sauce or something. Okay, here we go. How is this testimony going to go? Let's see if that Queen, I want to see that Queen of Pentacles again. Okay, so we're going to cut it right there. Is it going to make Amber nervous? Because this, when she tells us he never threw me downstairs, it's going to be a huge thing. This is going to be huge. I feel it in my bones. Okay, because they're going to the source. Well, this is actually showing the Princess of Pentacles. Okay, now that actually fits very well. Because what we are doing is going back, remember the Queen? That is who she is now. She's in her 40s, right? She's almost 50 years old. Okay, but back then, they were dating in the 90s. She was young. She was young, Kate Moss. She was the model. She was doing Calvin Klein with Marky Mark. When he was Marky Mark. Okay, this is going way back. Oh, man, I feel the nostalgia back in the days. So she was young, beautiful model and everything, just coming up. She was very popular and everything. And then they started the romance. So Princess of Dis is a perfect card for Kate Moss. Her in the beginning when they dated. Okay, beautiful. Don't you love it when the cards just fall out perfect? And stuff. And this is why the magic. And if you guys do not read tarot, get yourself a deck. It is so fascinating to learn. It's amazing. But Thoth is real. It's a hard hitter. And that's why you notice I use it a lot. It's so amazing. It's a good deck. So I know Crowley's not the best guy for people who are like, Crowley. It's like, you know what? It's okay. He was a master of magic though. Okay, I'll talk about him one day. Maybe I'll do a video on him. Okay, so let's go ahead. What's the opposing card? What could be the challenge for Kate Moss and the testimony? Let's go ahead and see. Well, we've got the Justice card kind of popping up in there, and everything. So I actually feel it's not necessarily a hard oppose here, in the sense that this could bring some good justice or good karma, okay, Johnny's way. This could be actually sounding the alarm that it is also adjustment, a shift in the universe, right? And a shift in the universe is going to happen here, okay, with this testimony, especially because we know because it didn't happen, and that she's going to say, I never was pushed down some stairs. Now, she may be open because she has to be honest. She can't lie on the stand, and I don't think this woman is going to want to lie. Okay, but we drank, we partied. There is even, I know there's stories because she had a problem, and I know there's a story somewhere in there where he visited her in rehab. He supported her when she was going through something. Okay, I know they definitely, they partied hard. They did things and stuff. And I think there was once maybe he trashed a room. He seems to like to do that. Okay, but as far as hurting her, that's the main thing. That she's got to get out there. But if she can refute that stair incident, that's the big one. Okay, so justice actually may not be a hard oppose here and stuff. This could be more good. Now on Amber's side, okay, that's going to be, so they've got to be nervous about this. And so I'd be nervous. I'd be nervous if I was her team. Oh, I love the happiness card popping up in here. Oh, I love this. Now, this is good. This is good. 9 of Cups to get your wish, okay, is one of the things. But the happiness card, I feel, and this is actually making me feel, it's definitely a lot making me feel Amber. Okay, this is making me feel kind of Johnny, the team, the public. And like, just like you could see me, I'm giddy that she's going to testify. I'm excited. So I feel that's why the happiness card is popping up in there. I feel a lot of people that want justice for Johnny are going to be very happy with this. So this is good. This is good. But there's got to be some challenges here. It can't be perfect. Let's go ahead and look. Okay, next to it is the disappointment. Now, I want to feel out and just make sure. Okay, just, okay, I'm going to separate the two. Is it Amber being disappointed? Is it the team? Is it, so let's kind of sort it and stuff. Okay. Gotta look at that. Okay. I want to sort that. I just want to organize, and that's what I want to do. Okay, so this is what I feel is going to happen. So I don't feel actually this is Amber. I'm going to be straight with you with some of the things I'm kind of feeling here and so forth. A couple of things here. They're going to talk about, this is all about their relationship actually. Okay, this is all about their relationship. So I do feel a lot of people are going to be happy, with Kate Moss, but I'm going to shift back and pull back the meaning, because now that I've surrounded these cards, though maybe it is meant to be said, okay, but I feel this is, I feel this is discussing the relationship. It's a lot of up and down. Okay, I feel she's very happy with him. I feel there's a lot of love, but there's still some disappointment there. Now, notice the reason why I'm saying also, this is the Kate Moss and Johnny Depp relationship card, the disappointment card, which can be the Five of Cups, the mourning, the loss, the 3 cup spill, but maybe we go on to other soulmates, other loves, and things like that, right? 5 of Cups meaning really is what it is. And there can be a loss. It can be the widower's card, but 5, they were together 5 years. Okay, so that actually, that's why I want to kind of pull back. I feel there's good, happy times. There's a lot of love there. Okay, but their disappointment, things did not go well. She's definitely going to talk about the sorrow card. There was sadness there, and we definitely know, just like she said, I cried for years. Okay, there was, just after the relationship and so forth, there was sadness, the breakup and things like that. There were challenges there. But I do like the fact the Temperance card is popping up in here. Okay, the Temperance card. So this is a major arcana card. So a few things here, so forth. I feel one of the things that card is about patience, divine timing, and everything. I feel like there's so many things here, but all of this, what I feel like Spirit is saying, this is a real critical testify moment here. Okay, because she wasn't. I don't think she testified the last thing. Let me know, guys. I don't think she did. But a lot of this is all divine timing. This was all really meant to be that she would come forward, okay, and stuff like that. Share the story. So some of the story, we're gonna share. Okay, is the tough times. She's going to be honest and she's going to be real, because they're going to ask her questions about it. Okay, and she's going to have to be honest about it. I don't feel she wants to lie on the stand, and she needs to be honest about it, because she's got to be credible. Because one of the things, and once it's all said and done, she did get pushed down the stairs and he never abused her. That has to come out, right? That has to come out. So there's going to be a little talk, the disappointment, the sadness. Remember, 5 years, we've got the 5 card, but a lot of happy times. There's a lot of love, good times, and things like that. But that crossroad card, the crossroad, there was a certain point at the crossroad, they part ways. One goes one direction, one goes the other direction, right? We definitely do that. But I feel still, a bit of a connection there. But that 8 of Swords, that kind of mental trapped, in the mind type things. I feel they both kind of dealt with, their own kind of issues, as far as working out some kind of mental stressors and things like that. They both were dealing with things. And this maybe, I kind of feel a little bit, is that Johnny Depp and Kate Moss had a little bit of a karmic relationship there. I feel these are two people, they've got their wounds. They've got their wounds, and that draws them together. They're beautiful people, they're famous and all that, but they had some wounds. They had some deeper issues, and coming together, that there was part of it. But there's love there. There's love there. So all is not at a loss and stuff. There's still some goodness there. Okay, so I feel that's what I wanted to correct a few things, some things that were coming through hitting hard. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be some intense stuff there that's going to be talked about. And they're going to try to dig stuff out of there that's negative, drug use, all this kind of crap. They may even try to discredit her character. We'll kind of see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead. Would you lie for him? You loved him so much. You would say, that kind of weird stuff may come up here. Okay, ooh. And if I see, I've had a lot of caffeine today. If I'm a little talking fast, my boyfriend, now sometimes I do talk fast. When Spirit starts going like this, I just roll. I roll. So, okay, let's go ahead and look there. And yeah, we've got the 6 of Cups. That's the past, nostalgia, and that is good times. So I feel there's going to be good times brought up, which is good. And so, and that is especially what I hope that his team is really good about. They had good times. There was love there, but those are good. And I feel one of the things is they both can. I have a feel. I would really like to see. For one, I'd like to see him look at her, because hey, let me just. What did that just chap Amber Heard's ass? To see the beautiful Kate Moss, and she's really grown into a beautiful woman. She's in her 40s now, and everything, to be looking at her, looking her in the eye. And I have a feeling they're going to make some really beautiful eye contact. Something tells me, he may look down a little here or there, but I feel there's going to be some, is there any, I'm not saying they'll get back together. I think she might be married or something, but, a little bit of chemistry there, a little bit of tenderness there. I would like to see that in the courtroom. I hope we can see that, because that would really, I know that the jury would see it and stuff. But I just have this feeling some eye contact could be made, something special and stuff. And if they could do that, that could be very magnetic, and the jury will feel it, that this is a good guy. This is, he treated her good. This kind of thing. Why would he just all of a sudden shift and become this horrible person to this other, but other relationships he wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So the past nostalgia, the good times, the Six of Cups energy, beautiful energy, and youthful. The Six of Cups can also be youthful. They were very young back then. In the 90s, they were 20s, 30s kind of energy. Yeah. Oh, I'm just so jazzed for this. Okay, so let's go ahead and look. Let's see. And so for strength, love it. The strength card pops up there. This is going to be good. She's going to come in strong. I feel there is something deep here. As I picked up that card, that Spirit kind of hit me with a little bit of a message, which I don't know if you guys would necessarily, pick up on it. Maybe we'll see it more manifest, but something I'm feeling here. Remember what I was talking about? There were times she went through her own thing. Let's go ahead and validate it just to make sure that it's not the Mandela effect, okay? There's got to be an article from long ago. So let me just verify that it's not Mandela effect. I swear he used to visit her in rehab. Hold on. Did Johnny Depp used to visit Kate Moss in rehab? Yep. There's an article from November 11, 2005. That's way back. Johnny Depp defends Kate Moss. Okay, so he defended her. So see, he was even trying to protect her then. This is what I'm trying to get at. And so Johnny Depp said he was appalled by the vilifying of his... Oh, look at this. See, this is a good man. I'm so glad I pulled this up because something told me to go there. Johnny Depp, this is 2005. Johnny Depp said he was appalled by the vilifying of his ex-girlfriend Kate Moss after pictures of her allegedly snorting cocaine were published in Britain. The first thing that went through my mind was I was concerned for her, hoping that she was okay and that she and her baby were okay, said Depp. Now, he was 42 at the time, okay, who dated the supermodel for 4 years until 1998. Okay, so it was 4 years. I saw another article, 5. Well, other articles say 5, so maybe it was 5 years. They could be wrong, okay, because I know I've seen 5 years on that marker. Number 2 was just being appalled and shocked, the kind of vicious attacks, Depp said in an interview Friday with the British morning TV show. So he came out to her defense. She's super sharp, really smart, and has got a great heart. She's a good mom, and she just happens to be human, and the press wouldn't allow that, and that's unforgivable. Powerful. What a good guy. Moss, 31, she was quite a bit younger, recently left a U.S. rehab, there it is, U.S. rehab clinic, and was reunited with her 3-year-old daughter, Lila Grace. Moss lost several modeling contracts after the photographs were published, but her career appears to be back on track. She appears on the cover of this month's Vanity Fair magazine and recently shot a new campaign for designer Roberto Cavalli. Okay, so wow, what powerful. He was angry. And there's other articles here. There's a bunch of them. And so, and there's of course people talk about him and everything, in the past, but so this is later, but she did her rehab moments, but he what was I going to say? Hold on. But yes, I know there was a time when she did a rehab that he would visit her, he would go there, he would give her support. I know it's out there somewhere, but maybe I wasn't meant to find that exact article. But I love that we got that statement. This is what I'm feeling, and this is why I wanted to look at that strength card. What I feel, okay, and let me pop up here as I talk about that. This is what I was feeling, except that it was coming in strong. That there was a time period, I know Kate Moss definitely felt that Johnny Depp used to protect her. Okay, she's this model, she's in the industry. Women can be very vulnerable, especially when they're beautiful. And she has said that before. He could be protective, and as she felt safe with him, and things like that. And he seems like the type of person who would do that. Okay. But one of the things about that is even now, this makes perfect sense why I get that card in my field, and this is what I'm saying. Look how he came out and he spoke up for her, and everything when people were crushing her in that moment. And I actually, it started to make me recall it. I'm starting to remember that moment that she went through that. But I definitely know she had her challenges. But I completely forgot about the whole spectacle. Okay? The strength card makes me feel that this is kind of Kate Moss moment, that there were times that he protected her. There were times that he supported her. He helped her. Okay? And stuff. And this is her moment that she is going to help him in return for things that he did for her in the past. And that strength card, it makes me feel she's going to come in and almost kind of try to protect him. You know, I don't want to go so far as to say the word save him, but I definitely can feel she would love to try. Let's put it that way. Except that I feel she's going to come in strong, okay, because her intent, I feel she has a lot to say. And knowing, you know, him the way he was, and that he has been there for her in some very dark times. And you could tell, just the statements there, you could tell he's angry, and you could still see the love there. You know, even though they were apart, the fact that he said all that, and even said good things, like, she's smart. She says, you know, he was like, oh, she's beautiful, she's hot. He was like, she's smart, you know, she's a good mother, you know, and he's going those areas. And so that says a lot, you know, really about his character. That's amazing. So beautiful, beautiful. So, but I feel she really wants to help him, you know, in the sense that she wants to come in strong, tell the truth. I feel she wants to be very honest, okay, and stuff. But this is her moment to really give something back to him for times that he's helped her. This is what I'm feeling here, and stuff. This is very powerful. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and look what we got. But I know we got that moon kind of energy and so forth. So I feel, you know, kind of what I'm feeling, which can be about confused. That's perfect. That's exactly. Okay, so see what I was kind of feeling, the moon confused. And as I was tuning in, the moon, the obscurity and so forth. Okay, this is a lot. This is what Amber Heard's team has been doing. And that's what I was feeling. And I feel they're going to try to eclipse and mess with her a lot, okay? But the Ace of Swords sits next to it. And the Ace of Swords is about the truth cutting through. Cut through the illusions, okay? That she has the ability to do that, because I feel she is going to be more believable than Amber Heard. And that's what it's going to come down to in this critical moment here, is who's going to be the most believable and stuff. Is it going to be Amber Heard? Or is it going to be Kate Moss? This is going to be two women who go like this. That's what it's going to come down to and stuff. And so she could come in real strong. And that strength card right there is awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I want to check in on a couple things. I want to make a little shift here. As a lot of this, remember we're talking about, you know, I've got a lot of energy here with this relationship. How's Amber Heard going to be feeling about it when she gets on the stand? So we're going to tune in that section right here. It's going to be Amber, you know, any kind of feelings, emotions, and so forth. What's going to happen? Okay, so forth. Oh, boy. So a couple things here. Now, the power card is sitting in there, okay, in Amber Heard's position, that she's going to try. Now, one of the things about that, and she does kind of try to sit there as stoic as possible when she's sitting there listening to witnesses, okay? You know, that Four of Pentacles, if you see the Four of Pentacles guy, he's kind of like this. He's trying to keep really firm and stable. That is the four trying to be stable. And then the Four of Wands, okay, is also there. She's going to try to be stable. Okay, the Four of Wands, all of this try to be stable and secure and not sweat, not break, okay, and stuff. And she actually may be able to hold that. I'm being honest with you, that with this testimony, I don't necessarily see her falling apart. Now, one of the things, the lawyers, because they're probably getting on her ass, okay, is like they're probably going to say things, don't roll your eyes, don't do this, don't do that. So I feel that she's going to be trying to give that stability, show that power, control. Fours are about stability, and we've got two fours in her position, okay? Can she hold it? Let's cross over with, will she be able to maintain that? Let's go ahead and look. 10 of Wands. Okay, 10 of Wands. There we go. So we've got 10 of Wands can be the heavy burden, the oppression card, the carrying the weight, and so forth that we have. You know, when the guy is just carrying the heavy load. Okay, so this is the thing. She's going to try to be stable. Okay, and here comes the pressure. She's going to be feeling pressed. Okay, so that is definitely what she's going to be feeling. It's kind of like all these things are going to hit hard and hard and stuff. So will they actually kind of crack? Like I said, I feel she's going to be able to keep stoic though, but she's definitely going to be feeling the pressure that, and tens also can be about coming to an end. A lot of the things, the lies, are just crushing her down. Okay, it's heavy. It's heavy. Okay, and stuff. So this, and also even, one of the things that she is trying to make it look like she's the oppressed one, right? All that stuff. Okay, so, but it's really, she did it to herself. And that's what all these lies, she did it to herself. She brought her own self down. Okay, she weighed her own self down. She should have never said anything about this woman. They could have brought her in if she would have said something about her. Okay, so let's look at the environment. So the environment, I'm gonna call this for the jury. Okay, the environment is gonna be the jury. Ooh, I hope I don't run. Oh, I gotta wrap this up, or else I'm gonna run out of juice here. The high priestess. Okay, so the jury is going to be really using intuition. Of course they are. They're scrutinizing everything. They have to be using intuition and stuff, cutting through to that. And then we've also got the Knight of Dis energy and so forth. So that's about, they're about to take action and everything. Knights are about action. And then we've also even got that Pentacles energy popping up in there, kind of crafted up. Who's going to get that money, right? Who's going to get the money? Who are they going to give it to? And stuff. I'm hoping, Johnny, I'm right, because I was feeling he could win this, okay? I was feeling he could win this because, there's a day of reckoning here. Let's go ahead and look at that and stuff. So the hopes and fears, the Prince of Swords popping up in there, which can be also news, information, cutting through the chase. This really being, hitting hard. Outcome. Come on, good outcome and stuff. So we've got the Princess of Cups. Okay, let me just let it sit there and kind of sit on that for a minute. So the Princess of Cups is actually pretty good. I'm focusing on the Kate Moss and so forth. So especially there's like soft, empathic, sensitive, and everything. A very different perception that maybe the it's got to be a different perception than the jury has. I almost said the jury has. So I feel they're gonna like her. I feel one of the things with that, kind of showing that empathy, that sensitivity, that love, and so forth. I something genuine. I feel it's going to go where, and I'm not just saying that because I want it to be true. Okay, there's some good solid stuff. Ace of Swords, the truth. Sitting next to the moon, which could be about deception, confusion, trying to muddy the waters and stuff. Because if they could confuse and twist things, and Amber Heard is very good at that. Okay, she's very good at twisting things around, and stuff. Isn't it true? He said he will not look you in the eye. He can't look at me. It's like, shut up. Clearly and stuff. But I was some of the tapes they were playing, there were some real lewd things that she said. Now he can be lewd too. I'm not defending him. He said some gross things to her. Okay, but man, there was that argument when she was saying, go suck your, or suck my, whatever she was saying, right? I remember that whole conversation, and the way she was taunting him. It was such an ugly, where is this ugliness coming from? And just laughing like a banshee. It was really pretty grotesque. I know some, women, men, we've had a bad argument. We've said some things, but I don't think I've ever got that crazy and gross, before and stuff. I don't know, but that was, that was some very strange stuff. It was very dark things where she was saying and going, and just taunting him, putting down even trying to put down his career. And that was the one where he was saying, "Oh, you're jealous." It's like, well, you have to be. He's got this huge, massive career. He's done many films. You've done what? It's crazy. We're going to look at Lenormand. Let's kind of go ahead and see how everything goes. I do have the Child popping up in here. Now, I wonder if Lily Rose would possibly testify. I've kind of wondered if she could pop up in there, but let me set that this side. I'm not sure, but a Child pops up in here, and she is his child. And so I have kind of wondered, but I do want to hesitate on that, only because I feel like Johnny Depp would not want her to. That's just kind of my feel. except that he would not necessarily want her to. The ship pops up a lot for Johnny Depp. I'm telling you that Pirates of the Caribbean, it's just very symbolic of his career and things like that. But I also do got the bear popping up in here and everything. You know, Brawny and bold, here's the bear. Your financial positions, you should be aware. Spend your resources with wisdom and care. Use your power to be strong and fair. So they kind of makes me feel a little bit, let me pull a little bit of that. I feel like the way they kind of put in their money and things like that, you know, just, you know, be, you know, oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I feel it a little bit of that. It also the bear for me, even though it's a Norman, I know it can do with resources, but the bear can also be mama bear. Okay, that is another meaning. Some other decks interpret that sometimes as mama bear, which can be protective. Okay, the scythe. Oh, the scythe is a deadly card. The scythe cuts bear, danger talks too. Of strangers of bear, they can harm you. If nearby cards hold favorable view with swift action, you'll overcome too. So far, the cards look pretty favorable. Okay, especially with the mama bear protecting and stuff. The scythe actually, with swift action, you'll overcome too, if the cards are favorable. So this mama bear kind of stepping in the middle and everything, this kind of energy here, you know, this kind of, I feel she kind of comes in, she's kind of protect him this time. Okay, and that's what I was kind of feeling. I'm gonna come in strong, and I'm gonna protect him. He's helped me before. I'm gonna help him, you know, in his time of need, and so forth. And we've got the flowers. Oh, that's good. Happiness anew from the flowers sent. The outlook for you means encouragement. Days will be filled with pleasures come true. Fate has so willed the best unto you. And stuff. So, and that's what I'm tuning into Johnny Depp. How is his fortune going to go? So this should be good. This should be good. I'm going to look at one more on this. The garden. The garden is a treat to a party you'll go. New friends will arrive and romance may flow. Life's to be enjoyed with nature all around. It is verdant, setting, beauty, and peace abound. I feel one of the things the garden card is kind of saying that he'll be able to know peace. You know, get around some good friends and everything. You know, go into a good place and stuff. So this is good. There's some positives here. And the scythe in this case, I feel it can be favorable. Cuts bear of dangerous talk too. Of strangers bear, they can harm you. I'm sure they want to go in. Okay, so see, I want you to kind of see it this way. This just hit me. So we got the scythe. Let me show you this, so you understand what I'm seeing here. So we got the scythe, which kind of makes me feel their team that, you know, they're just going to want to cut this through. There's this, you know, kind of, you know, put in this story and so forth and really just, you know, tear this apart and stuff. But this protective bear kind of stands in the way. That kind of makes me feel Kate Moss, her testimony and things like that and stuff. And with that, with the certain cards being favorable, this will not win and stuff. So this should be really good. And let's go. But so far looks favorable. I like that Princess of Cups. While it doesn't feel like a very strong outcome card, it can be. Because especially, you know, a woman showing good empathy and sensitivity and so forth. You know, this is going to be very good. Because really, Amber, that's not her nature. That's one thing as far as empathy and so forth. There's so many different videos that don't demonstrate that. You know, that demonstrate quite a different thing. Let's go ahead and see. We got the change card popping up. Sudden wealth. Okay. So he could win this. Okay. I've got this for him before. This is it. You know, that he could, you know, of course, can get blood out of a turnip, you know. And so it's not about the money for him. It's not. It's always been about to get on TV. He doesn't need $50 million. He's got money. This is about, you know, just like he said, stand up. You know, in his very famous stand up for yourself. You've got to do that. You can't just let people do this to you. Okay. You know, and so, and then we've got the privilege. Now, actually, this time the privileged lady kind of comes up, you know, is popping up here. Now but she's the mature woman. So I wonder if something could pop up with another testify. I wonder if Lily would testify maybe, that she could maybe say something. But I still kind of feel in some way that, yep, they're going to definitely talk about the courtship, you know, that they definitely have this relationship. The imprisonment card sits next to there. This is what I feel. Okay, it's not necessarily, remember we talked about the Eight of Swords, you know, the trap, the mind, the struggle, and stuff, but that kind of makes me feel more or less the rehab. You know, you get locked up, you got to go into rehab, you know, she has some challenges, some legal, you know, as something they may try to throw that into her character, some challenges with that, you know, and everything. And stuff. Yep, great fortune. This is going to be good. Great fortune, sudden wealth, and stuff. So yeah, these look pretty positive. So there's going to be talk about the relationship. She's definitely going to talk about the good time. But I feel, I'm talking fast tonight. I'm sorry. I had a lot of caffeine. She's going to talk about the challenging times, you know, some sad stuff, and they're probably going to bring up, you know, some moments they had arguments. If they were known to have arguments, they're probably going to pull from some stupid tabloids. You know, they're going to do a few things. I'm sure they're going to do a few things like that. But I feel with that strength card sitting at the crown, okay, Ace of Swords to combat the moon, okay, and then the Prince of Cups ending, you know, I feel the jury feels good, empathic, and everything I feel will be good. But Amber, I will to give to her credit. I know nobody wants to hear this. I feel she's got that 4 of Wands. She's gonna sit there and she's gonna be as stoic as possible. Okay, she's gonna, you know, that's one thing she does know how to do that. She can sometimes sit there just very stoic. But a lot of people, we are going to be watching her reactions. We're definitely going to be tuned in. So she's going to do her best to keep, you know, a poker face and stuff. And she may do good. But that oppression is definitely, it's going to bother her. It's tough because this is going to be heavy. This is going to be heavy stuff. So, wow, we hit an hour, guys. Didn't mean to go that long, but I still hope you found this informative and stuff. But yeah, as soon as I saw she was going to testify, I had to get on here. I was like, you know what? Before I go to bed, I'm just going to, you know, get this out. And get this up there so you guys can see it. I want to get it out in time. Like, what if for some reason she showed up tomorrow, you know, for example, and it's like, I got to get a video out there beforehand and stuff. So, you know, I'm really excited. So I do hope you found this interesting and stuff. And, but yeah, you know, but that Marilyn Monroe thing, I don't know. Just let me know in the comments what you think of that. Do you think that maybe, am I seeing things, or could she have maybe had that in mind when she did that walk to the car with the bruises? Just something about it.